Class of 2016, parents and special guests, please stand for the presentation of the colors by the Clear Lake High School ROTC, commanded by Junior Lindsay Bodak. Gentlemen, please remove your mortarboards and hats. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now for the Texas pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Please remain standing while the national anthem is sung until the color guard has left the field.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you. Please be seated.
Good evening. My name is Elizabeth Frakes, and I am the president of the Falcon class of 2016. Amy Barnes, class secretary, led the Pledge of Allegiance and the Texas Pledge. The national anthem was performed by the Clear Lake Choir and Soundwave Seniors. Introductions of the stage guests will be given by Evan Walker, class treasurer. Introduction of the Clear Lake High School administrators and counselors will be given by Myshara Mukeith, class vice president. Students, teachers, parents, and friends, we are gathered here this evening to celebrate the graduation of the class of 2016. Yes, you heard that right, graduation. Just a few days ago, we walked down the walkway for the last time as students, and in less than 2 hours, we will walk across the stage into the rest of our lives. Throw our caps in the air like we just don't care, and officially be graduated from Clear Lake High School. This you see before you is a class brimming not only with knowledge, but with compassion and ambition. Thank you, and welcome to our graduation. As we gather today in Challenger Columbia Stadium, we pause to remember the astronauts who perished on both the Challenger and Columbia space missions. Many of these astronauts also served their country in the military. These brave men and women have all served their country with pride, honor, and courage. Graduates, if you have committed to serve in any branch of the military, please remain standing to be recognized. Also, at this time, we would like to ask that all men and women who are currently serving or have served in any branch of the military, please stand so that we may honor your service to our country. Thank you. Please be seated.
At this time, I have the great privilege of introducing the Board of Trustees for the Clear Creek Independent School District. Please stand and wave as I call your name. Audience, please hold your applause until all of the board members have been introduced. Board President, Dr. Laura DuPont. Vice President, Ms. Paige Rander. Secretary, Mr. Charles Pond. Trustee, Mr. Ken Ballaker. Trustee, Mr. Jay Cunningham. Trustee, Miss Ann Hammond. Trustee, Miss Wynn Weber. It's also my pleasure to recognize our district leadership from the Clear Creek Education Support Center. Please stand and wave as I call your name. Audience, please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Gregory Smith. The Deputy Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction, Dr. Stephen Ebel. Deputy Superintendent of Business and Support Services, Mr. Paul McLarty. The Assistant Superintendent for Elementary Education, Ms. Holly Hughes. The District General Counsel, Ms. Sheila Haddock. The Assistant Superintendent of Houston Resources, Dr. Casey O'Pry. Chief Technology Officer, Dr. Robert Bayard. Executive Director of Communications, Ms. Elena Polson. I would like to introduce the members of the Clear Lake School Administration who will be conducting today's ceremony. Please stand and wave as I call your name. Our Principal, Dr. Karen Engel. Our Associate Principal, Ms. Monica Speaks. Our Dean of Instruction, Ms. Vina Das. Our Lead Counselor, Ms. Vicki Pittman. Our Senior Class Principal, Dr. Amber Rhodes. Also in attendance this morning are some guests who helped us on our journey to graduation. The principals of the Clear Lake High School feeder campuses. Please stand and wave as I call your name. Mr. Michael Alvarez, Principal of Clear Lake Intermediate. Mr. Lonnie Leal, Principal of Space Center Intermediate. Ms. Robin Williams, Principal of Armand Bayou Elementary. Ms. Georgia Arrington, Principal of Brookwood Elementary. Ms. Monica Joffrey, Principal of Falcon Pass Elementary. And Ms. Betsy Horner, Assistant Principal of Whitcomb Elementary.
At this time, I'm pleased to introduce the members of our campus leadership team. Please stand and wave as I call your name. Audience, please hold your applause until all have been introduced. The assistant principals are Mr. Brad Hayes, Ms. Magali Lopez, Dr. Amber Rhodes, Dr. Christy Richardson, Mr. Adrian Washburn. Our counselors are Ms. Renee Armstrong, Ms. Amanda Embry, Ms. Karen Hugh, Ms. Selena Loska, Ms. Chenda Moore, Ms. Annette Prop, At this time, please welcome Dr. Engel for the principal's address.
Thank you. Good evening, Board of Trustee members, Dr. Smith, district staff, principals, parents, family, friends, and the class of 2016. I would also like to recognize any Clear Lake High School alumni here this evening. Would you please stand? Thank you for supporting the class of 2016 as they carry on your Falcon tradition of excellence. Seniors, just 4 years ago, you entered a 40-year-old building with limited internet access, older furniture, and disjointed hallways. You also entered a building brimming with a tradition of excellence. Hallways lined with class portraits, trophies, team pictures, and even a beautiful mural in the main hallway painted by former students in honor of the last Columbia crew. As you graduate, you're leaving behind the experience of parking in the temporary lot, using a covered walkway with bulldozers just feet away, and taking home a blue locker door that has been used for decades by previous Falcons. You also leave behind a stunning new structure, clearly visible behind a green construction fence that represents the future of Clear Lake High School. Seniors, you will always be the leaders bridging the legacy of the past to the anticipation of the future. Your legacy includes 215 graduates here tonight with a grade point average of 4.5 or greater. There are also 12 National Merit semifinalists sitting amongst you, 38 National Merit Commended Scholars, 41 Superintendent Scholars, and a prestigious U.S. Presidential Scholar. The class of 2016 has all-state band, orchestra, and choir honorees, career and technical national award winners, and a student with a perfect PSAT score. Your classmates have selected diverse pathways to pursue, including medicine, engineering, business, education, and the military. In fact, 3 of your peers will be attending the Air Force Academy, Annapolis, and West Point. Serving our country and the community is an important part of your legacy as a Falcon. You continue this tradition by joining almost half of your senior class to volunteer at the Houston Food Bank in October. Many of you signed up to be organ donors after Clutch from the Houston Rockets gave a presentation this year on saving lives through organ donations. Clear Lake High School had the highest number of students to sign up as organ donors in the greater Houston area. You have mentored elementary students, volunteered at animal shelters, used your musical talents to play at nursing homes, and led the school in collecting clothing for the Waller High School students impacted by the recent floods. Your accomplishments and acts of service to the community were developed and nurtured by parents, friends, and teachers beginning in kindergarten. Many of you visited your former intermediate schools earlier this week, wearing your caps and gowns and encouraging future Falcons to make the most of their educational opportunities. We are extremely honored this evening to have the principals from Clear Lake Zoned Elementary and Intermediate Schools on stage with us. They established the foundation of excellence on which you have built your achievements. It is only fitting that your legacy include the first Clear Lake High School graduating class in the new Challenger Columbia Stadium. Previous graduates from Lake include many students whose parents were astronauts and pioneers in spaceflight. Clear Lake High School was first built in 1972 as a result of the increase in students in the Clear Lake area with connections to NASA. I know. I was one of the students who attended Lake because my father worked at NASA. Our school is brimming with ties to the manned space program, which was ignited by President John F. Kennedy in his address to Rice University in 1962. President Kennedy stated, "We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things not because they are easy, but because they are hard." You have made hard but rewarding choices while in high school, which have continued the Falcon tradition of excellence. Seniors, you have built on this legacy, which has already made our world a better place. I'd like to leave you with a final quote from President Kennedy, who said, "The ancient Greek definition of happiness was the full use of your powers along lines of excellence." I challenge you to fully apply your Clear Lake High School education and pursue your passions. I wish you happiness. And don't ever forget, once a Falcon, always a Falcon. Congratulations, class of 2016. It is now my honor to call up to the podium and present our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Smith.
Thank you, Dr. Engel, and what a glorious evening it is to have you all here tonight. I think along with the diploma you received tonight, you should also get a complimentary hard hat. In all seriousness, on behalf of your teachers, the school board, and the under and future classmen of Clear Lake High School, thank you so very much for your patience and endurance through the messiness of building a new school around you. The metaphors are abundant this evening. Your parents have played an important role in your life, and they have helped you form the building blocks of human beings you are today. They gave you the physical, mental, and spiritual tools you needed so that you can design and create a future that is unique. Be sure to thank them tonight. Your teachers, kindergarten through 12th grade, also provided you the safe and nurturing learning environment so that you could explore and discover your special gifts. There are so many students here tonight who have truly blossomed and shared their knowledge, talents, and time with the community. Students like Eamon Ambolish. I've known Eamon since he was in elementary school, and I'm not surprised that he is a nationally acclaimed musician at the mere age of 18. I've also had the pleasure of working side by side with two parents who have seniors graduating tonight, so I say thank you to Hunter Haddock for serving on the Superintendent's High School Advisory Committee, which led to the establishment of a robust honor code to bring academic integrity back to Clear Creek ISD. I'd also like to thank Claire Hughes, and good luck to you at Texas A&M. But with two Aggie parents, you really did not have a choice on where you were going once you left Clear Lake High School, did you? Students also like the Nastasi twins, who exude the confidence and compassion of this powerful generation. They are forces of knowledge and symbols of this class's kinship. The two sisters will go off to college together, one to pursue education, thank you, and the other law. As with any renovation, it can get messy. This class has weathered many storms and puddles, and I'm not just talking about the trek between the May building and the 9th grade center. High school is pretty darn tough. It is not always the Pinterest image, but at the end, and I hope in 10 years, you will look back on this time with fondness and lifelong memories. If you ever have a moment of amnesia, just go ahead and pull out one of those locker doors that Dr. Engel gave you. And as you leave here tonight, I hope you feel that you've gotten a good return on your investment in CCISD. I also know that colleges and employers look at a Clear Creek ISD graduate as a person of knowledge, integrity, and willingness to work for the betterment of the group. It is the legacy graduates before you established, and one that you carry forward for future generations. Falcons, go out, spread your wings, take flight, and show the world what you can become, all the while recognizing your roots, for you are always welcome home. Congratulations, class of 2016. You truly are a world-class generation of superstars. Thank you.
The George B. Carlisle Awards are the only award to be officially announced at the Clear Lake High School commencement ceremony. This prestigious award recognition is named after George B. Carlisle, the first principal of Clear Lake High School, an administrator who was largely responsible for establishing the high standards for character, leadership, athletic success, and academic achievement that have come to form the cornerstones of Clear Lake education. These fundamental aspects of Clear Lake's scholastic culture still provide direction and guidance decades later. The George B. Carlisle Award is presented to the senior boy and senior girl who have best demonstrated this commitment to excellence during their high school careers. They represent the very best that Clear Lake has to offer, living reminders that dignity, duty, and determination are just as laudable, just as possible today as they were in 1972. The Carlisle Award for the most outstanding girl is Claire Hughes, and the most outstanding boy is Gregory Brookover. Please come to the front. At this time, I would like to introduce our lead counselor, Ms. Vicki Pittman.
I have the great privilege of introducing our next two speakers. The salutatorian of the class of 2016 is the daughter of Wei Ping Li and Tianzi Wang. She will attend MIT this fall to pursue a degree in chemical engineering, a National Biology Olympiad semifinalist, a National Merit Finalist, a National Advanced Placement Scholar, and a Texas Forensic Association State Debate Tournament semifinalist. I am proud to introduce our salutatorian, Ms. Xiaoyi Wang.
Good afternoon, teachers, administrators, parents, and most of all, students in the graduating class of 2016. Thank you all so much for joining us in celebrating one of the biggest moments of our lives, our graduation from high school. From now on, we are no longer lost and confused children. We are burgeoning young adults who are almost ready to take on the world. I can't believe how the time flew. It seems like just yesterday when I entered the doors of this school with all of my friends by my side, and now we are almost ready to leave it forever. However, as the time passed, we didn't stay stagnant. No, we changed. We learned to develop our own voices, resonating at our unique frequencies. We found causes that we were passionate about, goals that we supported unconditionally. We learned to stand up for what we believed in, to be unyielding in the face of opposition. With the help of all of our friends, peers, teachers, and most of all, parents, we grew into people determined to succeed, determined to take on the world, determined to make our mark on this planet. We have grown into a class that I am extraordinarily proud to call myself a part of. The growth that we have accumulated in the past 4 years cannot be attributed to us or to any single person. We are the composite of all of the experiences that we have had, both good and bad. And every day, I am so grateful that those experiences have shaped us into who we are today. However, there are some people who have so utterly changed the flow of our lives that it would be an atrocity to ignore the impact that they have had on us. I am speaking about, of course, our parents, the ones who have guided us and watched us grow for 18 years, the ones who have stood by us despite our teenage brattiness and our occasional moodiness, the ones who support but never stifle. Our parents hardly ever receive the recognition that they deserve, but today I speak for all of us when I say that we would just like the chance to show how much we appreciate everything you have ever done for us. To my own mom and dad, thank you so much for 18 years of love and encouragement, for working so hard to create a better future, for every sacrifice, for every worry, for every time you let me figure out my own way instead of simply handing me the answers. I appreciate you guys more than you will ever know. There is an ancient proverb, give a man a fish, and he'll feed himself for a day. Teach a man to fish, and he'll feed himself for a lifetime. Our parents have given us the skills to succeed not just for a single day, but for the rest of our lives. And our gratitude is immeasurable. As we are thanking people today, we must not forget about the teachers who always go above and beyond for us. Not just the ones in high school, but the ones in elementary and middle school too. Whether it be in class or for extracurricular activities, you have all changed our lives for the better. Clear Lake High School has changed our lives for the better. Our education will be the pen that allows us to add our stories to the book of history. We will be remembered. As we look back on the years that we have spent here, we can see just how much the school has changed along with us, paralleling our growth. In a sense, the rebuild embodies who we are as a class. It reveals the persistence, tenacity, and air of self-improvement that we all harbor. From walking through the walkway on a rainy day to watching the new buildings rise from the rubble, we have developed character. We are truly a class of people who will chase after what we want. We are the fire starters, the earth shakers. We are the ones who can and will change lives purely from the force of our determination. This world is ours for the taking, and I am confident that we will rise up to claim the mantle with pride. For all of our goals, we must remember that we are meant to be protectors, defenders of the environment, of the weak, of those who have been less privileged than us. I would like to end with a single request. I hope that no matter how far we go, we will always remember where we came from. We will remember this school that has allowed us to grow for 4 years, and we will remember the people who have always been there for us, our friends, our family. It has been an honor being your salutatorian. Thank you all, and may the road rise up to meet you wherever you may go.
Our highest ranking graduate is the daughter of Padma and Seshasai Yesanthara. She will attend Columbia University this fall to pursue a major in biomedical engineering. A National Merit Finalist, 4-time Superintendent Scholar, Advanced Placement Scholar with Distinction, National Honor Society President, and winner of an international competition hosted by NASA and MIT for her work on the development of the Spheres robots on board the International Space Station. It is indeed my honor to introduce the Valedictorian of the Clear Lake High School class of 2016, Ms. Leka Yesantharo.
Work, 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 work. With this one song, Rihanna beautifully summarized our high school careers. A lot of work with stuff in between that no one really understands. I am honored to address you here today as the valedictorian of the class of 2016. But we have many distinguished students who are not on stage here today. Look around you. You are surrounded by state, regional, and district champions in various sports, members of the top orchestras, choirs, and bands in the state of Texas, brave young men and women who will serve and protect our country in the years to come, varsity debaters, and award-winning artists and dancers. And there are many more with accomplishments in things you would never imagine, such as the yo-yo. Our class of 564 students is made up of diverse backgrounds, ethnicities, cultures, interests, and pursuits. This diversity creates a very unique individuality in every one of us. But it also unites us as a class and as a community that will forever support one another, because once a falcon, always a falcon. Of course, what we have already accomplished and what we will accomplish in the future is due in large part to the unwavering support from people like our families and our friends, teachers, administrators, college counselors, custodial and security staff, and other staff. I especially would like to thank my family for always supporting me and inspiring me and encouraging me in all of my endeavors. So I think this speech is supposed to be motivational. So here are 4 lessons that I have found meaningful that I would like to share with you. Firstly, it is okay to be selfish. I learned this from Sadhguru, a yogi and humanitarian. We all want things for ourselves, like success and happiness. The important thing, however, is to expand the bounds of our selfishness. What we wish for ourselves, we must also wish for everyone else. This type of thinking promotes general well-being and happiness. Secondly, never hold your ego so close to your position that when your position falls, your ego falls with it. We all can get big-headed from time to time, but we should always take criticism in stride and use it as a springboard for future success, and don't let it weigh you down. Thirdly, I learned from Mindy Kaling that there are 2 ways to achieve fame and success. Learn a provocative dance and put it on YouTube, or, as a more feasible and arguably better solution, you can always be respectful and keep learning. Even though I know it's hard to imagine that there is more for us to learn after our 4 years here at Clear Lake High School, we should always keep our minds open to new experiences and knowledge. For all we know, sitting amongst us is the next generation of Nobel Prize winners, artists, scientists, and even presidents of the United States. Lastly, if you think you are too small to be effective, you have never been bitten by a mosquito. So, as the mosquitoes come out on this muggy Houston summer evening to bite us as we receive our diplomas, we too shall go out and make our mark on the world. On behalf of the senior class, I want to thank the distinguished guests for joining us here on this special occasion. I also want to thank our families, friends, and other guests for all your support. To the senior class, thank you for your time, and once again, congratulations. And with that, I have just 4 more words to say. Class of 2016, out. Thank you.
Dr. Smith, please join me at the podium. Dr. Smith, I hereby certify that these students have successfully completed the course of study at Clear Lake High School as prescribed by the state of Texas. In addition, they have satisfied all of the graduation requirements as stipulated by the Board of Trustees of the Clear Creek Independent School District.
Dr. Engel, I accept your certification and hereby declare these students as graduates of Clear Lake High School and the Clear Creek Independent School District with all of the pertinent honors, rights, and privileges. Congratulations.
To help ensure that every family has the opportunity to hear their student's name read, we would like to ask that you refrain from using air horns, whistles, or noisemakers. Please remain seated in the bleachers for the entire ceremony. We appreciate your cooperation.
At this time, we are ready to begin the distribution of diplomas. Our first graduate of the class of 2016 is the valedictorian, Leka Venkata Yesantharo. The salutatorian, Xiaoyi Wang. The president of the senior class, graduating summa cum laude, Elizabeth Alice Frakes. The vice president, graduating summa cum laude, Maishara Mukeith. The secretary, Amy Elizabeth Barnes. The treasurer, Evan Michael Walker.
Mohammed Mahmoud Abdel Jalil. Ayman Amr Azat Abuleish, summa cum laude. Connor Brenna Adams. Isabella Kieran Wallace Adams. Mariah Amber Adams. Louis Agrella III. Mohammed Rafat Ahmed. Stephen Brandon Alanis. Stefan Charles Alexander. Basil Barket Ali. Mohammed Alao. Joshua Tate Allen. Jesse Antonio Alvarez. Anabia Sharik Alvi. Fatima Yahya Alwarsh. Jordan Kaylee Anderson. Christopher Sean Andrew. Madeline Blanche Armstrong. Jessica Marie Arnold, cum laude. Omar Ahmed Beg. Faith Margaret Hakam Bailey. Ali Raza Sadruddin Bana. Cody Christopher Bannock. Joshua Ramon Barreda. Andrew Gordon Barrett, summa cum laude. Vanessa Jean Bates. David Francis Botter. Jared Thomas Beatty. Madison Dogan Beatty. Remington Pitt Beck. Andrea Danielle Jaquez Bedoy. Elizabeth Ann Bisert, summa cum laude. Yesenia Alexandra Beltran. Matthew Robert Berger, cum laude. Rohail bin Sohail. Alexandra Estrada Blanco. Faith Dorothy Bland. Zuhel Marie Bocachica Abdul-Jabbar. Madeline Jane Bowe, summa cum laude. Jack Scott Bolin. Chance Anthony Bourbonnais. Bailey Marie Bro, magna cum laude. Bailey Ann Brockway. Gregory Scott Brookover, summa cum laude. Courtney Nicole Brooks. Sydney Luella Brooks. Kyle James Brose. Jubilation Lee Brown, summa cum laude. Francisco Aaron Brumini. Megan Elizabeth Bryan, summa cum laude. Julia Rachel Meijing Bubinick. Sean Jacob Buckaloo, cum laude. James Michael Buckley. Emily V. Bowie, magna cum laude. Hannah Ruth Burmeister. Jocelyn Valerie Burridge, summa cum laude. Haley Elizabeth Bushhorn, magna cum laude. Carrie Nicole Bush. Camilla Pearl Busselberg, magna cum laude. Genevieve Renee Calloway. Ashton Bryce Campbell. Capella Susan Campbell. Myra Lizeth Cardina Silva, cum laude. Christopher Scott Carlson, magna cum laude. Kate Lynn Carmichael. Sabrina Elise Carver, summa cum laude. Edgar Martin Casaya. Nicholas Francis Casciola, summa cum laude. Mauricio Castaneda. Isabel Christina Castillo. Michael Faget Cerna. Sydney Johanna Irene Chaka. Emily Ellen Chang, summa cum laude. Naomi Chow, summa cum laude. Demas Angel Chapa. Rylan David Chapman. Kanishk Chatterjee, summa cum laude. Edgar Chavez. Eric Chen, summa cum laude.
Sishen Chen, summa cum laude. Sungsu Cho, summa cum laude. Brooke Ann Chopin. Sahar Eskar Chaudhry, cum laude. Saima Huck Chaudhry, summa cum laude. Haley Courtney Christopher. Cassidy Peyton Chu, magna cum laude. Joanne Chung, summa cum laude. Samantha Lee Salento. Brenna Catherine Clayton, magna cum laude. Zachary Storm Close. Sean Mitchell Cochran. Ashley Nicole Coffey. Greg Joseph Wallace Collins. Anthony John Colonetta. John David Connolly III. Diego Jose Contreras, magna cum laude. Morgan Claire Cook, summa cum laude. Michael Alexander Coots. Angel Moroni Cordova Jr. Melissa Cordova. Joseph Michael Carreo. Aura Fernanda Correa Camacho. Bobby Marie Cortez. Leah Ann Costello. Sean Thomas Costello, summa cum laude. Tanner Austin Colson. Noemi Giselle Coutet, cum laude. Dillian James Lee Crisp. Michael Thomas Critelli II, cum laude. John Patrick Culberton, summa cum laude. Brandon Christopher Culbreth. Shannon Kathleen Cunningham. Catherine Jane Curtis. Courtney Summer Darnell. Blake Reed Daughtery. Adrisha Sakia Davis. Colin Anthony Davis, summa cum laude. Joseph DeAnthony Davis. Joseph Don DeGeorge. Emily Christine Delaney, summa cum laude. Nicholas Alphonse DeLauro. Jeremiah Damon DeRuzel. Angelica Selena Diaz. Ayla Jordan Dinwiddie. Madison Elizabeth Didda, summa cum laude. Nicole Paige Delesneski, magna cum laude. Keith Paul Donaghy. Richard Zhu Dong, summa cum laude. Kara May Doherty. Crystal Marie Dowd. Julianne Faye Dowden. Anna Elizabeth Drastada, summa cum laude. Kaylee Sierra Dunham. Elizabeth Mary Dunn, cum laude. Richard Ray Duran. Sophie Elaine Dwyer, summa cum laude. Patrick Richard Edlin, magna cum laude. Sean Colton Eldridge. Devin Shane Elliott. Brandon Cotton Elliott Olette. Allison Elizabeth Enck. Kevin Xavier Escalante Cáceres. Benjamin Sol Estes. Donald Patrick Estes II. Karen Melanie Estrada. Daniel William Evans III. Leanne Marie Evans, magna cum laude. Song Rhea Faulkner, summa cum laude. Kendall Lane Faree. Miranda Fatahu. Sheldon Thomas Fisher. Nathaniel Sterling Fisk. Yesley Aylin Flores. Lexus Marie Folks. Olivia Bernadette Fox, magna cum laude. Kelly Elizabeth Franklin, magna cum laude.
Gavin Wayne Freeland, summa cum laude. Halasesi Rose Froling, summa cum laude. Danielle Refugia Fronda, cum laude. Magumi Hannah Fuji, summa cum laude. Cheyenne Autumn Fussell. Alexis Unique Gaines. Emily Marie Galbraith. Christian Joseph Gales, magna cum laude. Jenna Marie Garcia. Joseph Michael Gerbich. Andrew Louis Geyer, cum laude. Eric Vale Girardi. Michael Tu Jang, magna cum laude. TJ Gittens. Seth Kai Gleaton. Maxon Thomas Godwin. Mark Harrison Godwin. Robert Anthony Gomez. Nadine Amon Ghana, summa cum laude. Isaiah James Gonzalez. Christian Manuel Gonzalez. Karen Lizeth Gonzalez. Christopher Alexander Gonzalez. Madison Victoria Gonzalez. Austin Lee Graham, cum laude. Jade Allison Graham, magna cum laude. Morgan Elizabeth Gray. Daniel Anthony Grilly. Furman Anthony Guerrero. Richard Austin Gunderson, summa cum laude. Lena Akram Hubazi, summa cum laude. Hunter Darrell Lee Haddock. Tyler Logan Haley. Allison Lee Halloran. Kate Elizabeth Halloran. Jack Lilas Hampton. Ahmed Hanif Harris, cum laude. Jared Ray Harris. Casey Levon Herod. Erin Elizabeth Hartman, summa cum laude. Syed Walweed Hassan. Amanda Guadalupe Hernandez. Noah Aaron Hernandez. Victoria Ann Hernandez. Alviante Walmeka Hill. Alexis Renee Hines. Ian Jonathan Hong, cum laude. Jack Allen Holt, cum laude. Jacob Douglas Horton, cum laude. Valerie Alana Householder. Lillian Christine Ramadka, summa cum laude. Claire Elizabeth Hughes, summa cum laude. Francisco Huitzo. Christina Darlene Holka. Megan Estelle Inman. Erin Margaret Irving. Kayla Michelle Jackson. Juliana Lynn Jacobs. Adam Antonio Vito Jaggroup. Anne Kynaduth James. Jesse Lewis James III. Andrew Clark Janae. Daniel Isaac Jockjill. Dorsa Havadia, cum laude. William Jeffrey Jang, summa cum laude. Julia Michaela Jeffords. DJ Jang, magna cum laude. Ramshaw Amarali Jinnah, summa cum laude. Emma Elizabeth Johnson. Justin Tanner Johnson. Nathan Floyd Johnson. Catherine Rowe Johnston. Elizabeth Mary Josephine Jones. Sarah Melissa Jones. Megan Elizabeth Jordan. Matthew Ray Jowett. So Yoon Jun, summa cum laude. Rania Naomi Kaluarachi, cum laude.
Rohini Krishna Kamambati, cum laude. Caitlin Brooke Caring. Nicole Ann Kaiser. Cody James Kaiser. Tristan J. Kelly. Max Richard Kep. Fiza Abzul Khan. Muhammad Wasif Khan. Caitlin Shane Kimbrough, summa cum laude. Taylor Lindsay Kimbrough, magna cum laude. Gon Ko. Penelope Pearl Caper, magna cum laude. Rebecca Ann Kester. Natalie Elizabeth Korth, cum laude. Joseph Allen Kralchek. Lindsay Nicole LeBrier. Megan Elizabeth Lamb. Daniel Lawrence LaRoque. Madison Danielle Lesota. William Oliver Lathan II. Andrew Mackenzie Lawson. Nathan Winkert Dot Liba, summa cum laude. Paxton LeBeau, magna cum laude. Kyle David Levy. Alex Joshua Lilly. Austin Truitt Lively, summa cum laude. Veronica Sky Yanis. Adrian Daniel Long. Austin Kyle Laval, magna cum laude. Arabella Edel Lovelace. Sarah Elizabeth Lovelace, summa cum laude. Nina Michelle Lund. Hunter Robert Lyde. Kaylee Marie Lyon, magna cum laude. Elisa Ma, summa cum laude. Lydia Ann MacArthur, summa cum laude. Alan William Macwell, magna cum laude. Kirthi Madala, cum laude. Georgina Marie Mays. Laja Nisith Majmandar, summa cum laude. Nabiz Magnosia. Marzia Shafiq Mamdani. Nathan Kyle Mandani. Ada Shiraz Manesia. Jasmine LaRose Marshall. Warren Scott Marshall, magna cum laude. Julian Francisco Martin, cum laude. Christopher Lee Martinez. Yermina Martinez. Tyler Allen Martinez. Sierra Devon Marimy. Vineeth Cherian Matthew, cum laude. Miriam Leah Matney, summa cum laude. David Michael Mays. Alexander Ross Mizzi Lee. Roy. Alexander Bryce McCann. Michael Eugene McCollum. Rhiannon Marie McDermott, cum laude. Catherine Lee McDonald, cum laude. Alyssa Cheyenne McLaren. Michael Anthony McNaught Bustamante. Carter Travis Mize, cum laude. Carl Mena. Maria Menken. Alyssa Danielle Metz. Lauren Elizabeth Miller, summa cum laude. Sarah Ann Miller. Austin Taylor Minnick. Cameron Greer Mitchell. Caitlin Ashley Mogford. Christopher Andrew Melenda. Connor Melenda. Addie Lou Malik, cum laude. Farine Amirali Momin, summa cum laude. Saman N. Momin. Alberto Montemayor Guajardo.
Kelsey Nicole Moreland, summa cum laude. McKenna Joy Morrow. Rafi Mohammed. Maria de Lourdes Munoz. Ryan Blake Murray. Michelle Maying Musgrave, summa cum laude. Khalid Nabil Nafa, cum laude. Arjun Nagpal, summa cum laude. Clarice Marie Nakayama, magna cum laude. Haya Nane. Angelina Nicole Nastasi. Serena Ellen Nastasi. Andrea Danae Nava. Caleb Alexander Neal. Tiffany Staten Newquist. Tiffany Ing. Amy Wynn, summa cum laude. Andrew Wynn, magna cum laude. Matthew Tu Wynn, cum laude. Quan Dat Wynn. Stephen Vu Wynn. Linda Louise Nybert, summa cum laude. Jordan Wayne Nicholas. Samantha Renee Nadini, cum laude. Majina Victoria Novobilski, magna cum laude. Olivia Noel Ochoa. Fernando Ocon, cum laude. Grace Margaret O'Haran. Mary Magdalene Yang Ocon Itrechio, summa cum laude. Brenda Jocelyn Ortega. Jose Eduardo Oscal Pelico. Jacob Stephen Ostrowski. Helen Claudine O'Sullivan, summa cum laude. Andrea Karen Otero. Charles Gerald Overstreet. Jose Maria Padron. Hunter Joseph Payne. Caitlin Savannah Parker. Arya Vipul Patel, cum laude. Jonathan Paul Peck, summa cum laude. Kevin Luther Pennington. Teslin Baker Penoyer. Valerie Noemi Perdomo Aguilar. John Austin Perdue. Yasmin Ariana Perez. Evan Wayne Perkins. Cade Justin Phelps. Andrew Ryan Phillips. Brendan Michael Pilot. Jezebeth Pineda. Chad Raj Prabhakar. Mary Hannah Prince. Ruby Mole Rashid. Elizabeth Lynn Ragoni. Ali Rajgara. Tayaba Rajgara. Julissa Mary Ramirez. Luis Alberto Ramirez. Nomar Ramos. Mohammed Rea. Sean Michael Reeves. Martin George Ryman. Truman Nicholas Rink, cum laude. Daniel Thomas Riojas. Darren Michael Reisinger. Tucker Earl Roberts. Kaylee Ann Robertson. Tasia Monet Rocker. Cassandra Renee Rodriguez. Jesse Jarrett Rodriguez. Pilar Rodriguez. Priscilla Rodriguez. Zachary Jerome Rohan. Julia Grace Rollins.
Anna Evelyn Rosales. Nicholas Glenn Ruggieri Ray. Kyle John Ruskowski. Morgan Rose Salgi. Megan Lindsay Sambell, magna cum laude. Christy Sanchez. Humberto Erubiel Sarabia Fuentes. Madeline Leanne Schmidt, magna cum laude. Christopher Lee Schnocky. Erica May Schoenberg, magna cum laude. Michael Carlson Schofield. Ryan Matthew Scott. Audrey June Sebald. Jing Yuen C., summa cum laude. Dylan Townsend Senderling, cum laude. Shaylee Sharma. Benjamin Thomas Shavers. Riley Kathleen Shea, cum laude. Madison Kayla Sheldrake, cum laude. Orilla Lily Shen, summa cum laude. Kobe Veronique Shepard. Frank Duval Shepard, cum laude. Catherine Emma Neighbors Shepard, magna cum laude. Devin Nicole Silva. Andrew Garrett Silver. Mitchell Elliott Sims. John Ryan Siner, magna cum laude. Michael Lewis Siner. Claire Fisher Skoll, summa cum laude. Nicholas Jacob Slayton. Daria Slavina, summa cum laude. Alia Andrea Smith. Ariel Monique Smith. Ashley Brianna Smith. Brian Quasey Smith. Hayden Carlisle Smith. Jesse Allen Smith. Michael Allen Smith. Reagan Noel Smith. Jacob Stephen Sobieski. Sydney Renee Sabotic. Miguel Solano. Jean-Run Song. Jonathan Darius Spikes. Alex Noisette Stephenson. Brittany Taylor Stewart, magna cum laude. Sean Kendrick Stout. Cameron Elizabeth Stroh, magna cum laude. Christopher William Stromer. Vinoth Subramanian. Ria Sir, summa cum laude. Rohan Sir, magna cum laude. Jonathan Trey Sutton. Marisa Ann Suzuki, summa cum laude. Gregory Kyle Sweat. Michael Jared Sweat. Kyle James Swisher, magna cum laude. Zara Fatima Sayed. Aliza Siadali. Mizuha Tai, magna cum laude. Catherine Audrey Tansberger, magna cum laude. Jovan Andre Tate. Caitlin Elizabeth Taywater. Tyler Cole Thomas. Ariel Nicole Thornburg. Kevin Tian, summa cum laude. Nicholas Austin Tishy. Simon Antonio Toledo. Elena Ray Torres. Brittany Lynn Tracy. Nicole Quien Tran. Nikolai Alexander Torrejos Vaz. Jacqueline Fungan Trin, summa cum laude. Paulina Nokti Truong, summa cum laude. Hannah Rachel Tuckness, cum laude. Sergeant Tulauder.
Grace Adams Turley, magna cum laude. Charlene Adasa Grace Turner. Victoria Lynn Tyler. Dennis Mauricio Umana. Caitlin Nicole Valdez, magna cum laude. Matthew Leonard Valdez, cum laude. Gabriela Sofia Valverde. Richard John Van Enenum, Jr. Nathaniel Gregory Vasilakos. Manuel Antonio Ventura Hernandez. Timothy Ryan Verducci. Juan Ricardo Vernal. Allison Claire Vickery, summa cum laude. Sophia Nicole Vignovich. Marco Antonio Vilchis. Fatima Erisbeth Villanueva Rodriguez. Javier Alexander Villarreal. Anaí Stephanie Villatoro. Jessica Paola Villatoro Sorto. Rabab Varani, cum laude. Ryan Dak Vu, summa cum laude. Kayla Ashton Wadge. Zachary Clemens Walker. Danielle Nicole Wallace. Carolyn Jane Wallace. Anna Levine Wallach, cum laude. Daniel Paul Walterscheid. Joy Juan Wang, summa cum laude. Riley Estuzo Ward. Bethany Ann Warner, magna cum laude. Nicholas Frank Warner. Elizabeth K. Webb. Jackson William Windis, magna cum laude. George Wang, summa cum laude. Dakota Shane West. Natalie Anne Marie Whitten. April Lindsay Simone White. Reagan Cressley White, magna cum laude. Jason Patrick Whitus. Brandon Lee Whitlock, summa cum laude. Abby Elise Wilcox, summa cum laude. Samantha Lynn Willis. Claire Elise Wilson, cum laude. Joshua Scott Wilson. Michael Ryan Winsenreed. David Glenn Wise. Dylan Jordan Wise. Jordan Jane Wicks. Cassidy Diana Wolfer, cum laude. Clayton David Wrinkle. Angelia Anchi Wu, summa cum laude. Ariel Quinice Wyatt. Alexis Kathleen Young, cum laude. Michaela Sierra Young, summa cum laude. Pierre Amgad Youssef. Sarah Zumlot.
Seniors, I commend you on earning your high school diploma. At this time, please move the tassel from the right side of your mortarboard to the left, signifying you are now alumni of Clear Lake High School. We will close our ceremony by singing the school song, followed by a recessional by the students. Would everybody please stand for the school song?